first. Name it for me.
Sulfur tetrafluoride. Good. Why did you get to say tetra? 2 nonmetals. Okay. Now, I look at this and I go, high alert, sulfur's in the middle. It may or it may not violate. So since I know it's a Rule 4 number, I'm going to say share at least, what? 8. Because if you've got 4 single bonds, you're sharing 8. Everybody see that okay where we're getting the 8? That sometimes is a stumbling block for folks. Okay, let's come over here. Where'd I get it?
Yeah.
Okay, I know sulfur. Sulfur is in the middle. And I know it's going to be bonded to 4 fluorines.
Okay, alright. I was making sure I didn't do something.
That means it's going to share 8.
Yeah, that is.
Okay? Now, let's go through and remember as you go through here, we pretend we don't know anything about this Rule 4. Pardon me. Need and available. Okay, let's be thinking what we need. Right now, I need a cough drop. Now, let's come back over here. Sulfur. Marco, how many does it need?
8.
8. Because we're pretending we don't know. Okay, and I have 4 fluorines. Timothy, how many does each fluorine need? 8. Okay, so we have a need here, 40. And now let's think available. Eddie, the sulfur comes in with how many?
6.
6. Each fluorine comes in with how many, Jeanette?
7.
7. Okay, let's see. We got 28 here, and we got 6 more, so what, 34? And then we come down here. How many does this tell us to share, Meredith? 6. Who wins? 8. What do I trash over here? S and N. Okay.
How did you get A?
This here?
No, like A. Like
Available.
Plus 4 plus, or times 4.
Pardon me for coughing so much. It's an occupational hazard for teachers that talk too much. Okay. Available is your valence electrons. If we look at sulfur up there, and valence electrons are electrons in the outermost major shell. So if I were doing neon or sulfur, I'd say neon core, 3s2, 3p4.
Okay, since sulfur's in P outer shell, then it's
S
6.
and P.
S and P.
Yeah, I'm not saying P's will hold 6. I'm saying outermost. Okay. Let me get over here. Neon core, right? Then I would go 3s2, 3p4. There's 2. Here's 4 more. It has in its outermost major shell. Okay? Actually, the family name gives it away. And I think you missed that day that we were doing that. Okay, so that's where these numbers, the 6 and the 7, are coming from. Okay, now let's get in here. We're sharing our 8, and we got to think about how many more everybody needs. So, Pedro, how many more pairs on each fluorine?
3.
3. Okay, now, is that a finished product? This is a trick. Timothy, you're saying no, it's not a finished product. Why?
Needs a lone pair on the central atom.
Okay, well, you know too much. You've read it. That's good, though. That's good. We got a leftover. How many did we use here?
32.
32. How many do we have to use? 34. We have leftovers. Here's the new part that Timothy already knew. You have leftovers. The central atom gets them. And leftovers will always be in even numbers. So it'll have a leftover of 1 pair or 2 pairs or whatever. So the leftover just goes on the sulfur wherever you want to stick it. I cannot tell you how many people miss stuff like this on the test. Remember how I said check that A? A is critical. You got to use every bit there. Okay, so before I put that lone pair up there, I had only used 32. I have to use 34. Okay, who gets it? The central atom, always. Okay, so in this one, did you need a minute, Andrew? How many triples? None. How many doubles? None. How many singles? Four. How many lone pairs on the central atom? One. Excellent. Now, if you were lazy, just did this, and you forgot to check this, you're going to miss the whole business. Okay. Andrew, now what was your question?
The N, like I said, for instance, the S is the 8 because it's not part of rule 1 through 3.
Okay. When we're doing this, we're forgetting rule 4. We had amnesia for 30 seconds. I put an 8. Okay, it's really going to have 10. So when this is trashed, this is always trashed.
So whenever we're trying to find N, unless you like, typically we just go by what we normally like, just go by that. Unless it's with the rule 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, yeah, rule 1, if I understand what you're saying. Rule 1, 2, and 3, you just do them. And needs are going to be good. No sweat. You don't have to write an extra little note to yourself. Rule 4 is the nasty one. Rule 4, write yourself a note. And then go through this, forgetting Rule 4. And then you say, who wins? The bigger always wins. Very good. Everybody with us on this? Okay. All right, I see a lot of nodding out there. That's good.